What's up, everybody? My name's Thomas, here for the very first segment of Roost Media. Today I'm in downtown Cherokee because our downtown just got a huge upgrade. Our Veterans Mural downtown, if you've driven by or if you were downtown for the 4th of July celebration, maybe seen it on Facebook, it's massive, it's amazing. Local veterans have came and signed. Families have signed for their loved ones that have served in the military that have passed on. And today I'm going to sit down with Karen from Kareboo's West Colbert Art Studio and find out what inspired her to create this masterpiece in downtown Cherokee. I'm here with KK from Kareboo's West Colbert Art Studio here in Cherokee. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. When you first looked at this old brick wall, what was running through your head and what inspired the decision?
Well, I actually looked at this brick wall for many, many years and always thought it needed something patriotic on this wall. So when the opportunity come up for me to actually paint a mural on there, yeah, all I could see was a flag. You know, that was just my vision.
Right.
But I didn't want it to be just any flag. So once I started the preparation process, I took pictures of our flag here in Cherokee and used one of those for a reference photo. And then I also, the silhouette, I wanted it to be something special too, not just clipped from online somewhere. And so I was talking to Terry Cosby and told him we really need a local veteran to pose so that I can use a local veteran for the silhouette. And he had just the perfect person in mind. And so he got Mr. Joe Rutland, and he contacted him, and Joe was awesome and posed for us. And I had to do it on paper and everything first, and just get my head wrapped around how everything needed to be according to like the size.
Right.
It's a big size jump, you know, from a little picture to a big wall. And I do everything freehand. I don't use the projector. So I know a lot of murals are done with projectors. But
oh, wow, that's even more. It's not just a mural, it's our flag, one of our local veterans, and you did it freehand. So
yeah.
It completely changes the vibe downtown when you drive by. You know, it just draws your attention there. How long did this actually take you, you know, from, I know the planning process you said took longer, but you said, you know, from kind of start to finish?
Well, I expected it to take a lot longer than it did. So every time I was asked by either the town or Terry, you know, how long I thought it would take, I would tell them, well, once I get it sketched out and taped up, probably about eight days of working on it, 8 full days of working on it. But it didn't happen that way. When I sat down and looked at the calendar and looked at the weather, it said rain, 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 rain. Every day in the month of June was supposed to rain, and I really had a personal goal of getting this done by the 4th of July. And I'm like, how am I going to make that happen if it's going to rain every day, right?
Right.
Well, there's only one solution for that, and that's to ask for help from above. And that's what I done, and I asked for help. I begged him. I was like, God, I can't work in the rain. You're going to have to help me out here. And he did. He really did. So we worked on, I guess it started in June, in early June. I sketched everything out and then taped it off and primed it, and still thought it would take 8 days from there. But again, rain, rain, rain. And I was sitting in here, and also it was supposed to rain that day. So I was just sitting here thinking, this is such a wasted day. It's sunshiny right now, but the rain's coming. But I'm just going to get up there and do what I can until it does rain, right? And so I done that, and everything went so fast. God held the rain back, and he took my hand, and he guided my hand, and I had that thing done in 8 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
from 8 days to 8 hours.
From 8 days to 8 hours. So, and that's not me. I'm not capable of that. That is a him thing. Yeah.
You're no stranger to bringing creativity to our town. I said you also run Kareboo's West Colbert Art Studio here that we're in here now. How was it? You say haven't done outside work before. How does it feel to transition from like your inside work canvases and things like that to creating something that everybody sees like every time they drive by?
Vulnerable. That's the biggest word for me. I feel vulnerable. Creating work that when people are driving by, they're watching it in process. And I've never been the kind of artist that can like go on YouTube and just paint for everybody to watch along,
right?
Because it's kind of private to me, because I know that I mess up so much during the process, and I'm afraid somebody's going to see that mistake and think, well, she don't know what she's doing,
Right.
And by the time I get it done in private, nobody has seen all those mistakes, right? Well, when you're working outside for everybody to drive by, it's almost like you're standing there nude or something, you feel very vulnerable because every mistake is going to be seen,
right,
and judged, at least in my head. That's what I was thinking.
Right. Before I let you get back to your studio, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I got 3 quick questions to ask you. How much paint did this take? What kind of paint was it too?
Okay, I used spray paint, and this is the first time I've ever used cans of spray paint.
Okay.
And that was another concern. I was a little nervous about that too. I didn't know how that was going to work for me. And it actually worked really well. And as far as how much paint, I couldn't tell you exactly how much because I didn't keep the cans.
Another question I had just came to mind. We didn't mention anything about the local veterans sign in the wall that added to your mural. Like where did that come from?
Yeah, that was that kind of came later. I was telling my brother about it. He's in North Carolina, and I was explaining to him about what we were doing on the wall, and he's like, well, that sounds awesome, sis. Are you going to have the veterans sign it? And I was like, hey, that sounds great. I love that idea. I'll run it by the town and see see if I can get that approved. And of course, they jumped on it, and it was like the best decision. I thank my brother very much for that.
From my perspective, I can tell you how many people I've seen that a granddad brought his grandson with him for him to sign it, and signing, family members that they've lost, signing their name in red, and just like last night, me and my wife stopped by just looking at the names on the wall, and you see people that have passed on, like her granddad's name's on there, and then to my name, and it brings even more of the community to it. But I think that's a really sentimental thing there for a lot of people. Because I know a lot of our veterans don't speak about, a lot of them, the names I saw on there, I didn't know were actually, in the military in the 60s, 70s, 80s, but a lot of them don't speak on that. And I feel like we should, as veterans, I
feel like this was a project sent by God. I think it's something he wanted done, and I think I was just the vessel. I was not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not anything special. He just used.
Well, you definitely have a God-given talent. Not anybody could just paint that. So.
Thank you.
Next question: what is your next big project? Do you have anything else on the radar?
Well, funny you ask. We do kind of have a little something on the radar. But we ain't announced it yet, and because we don't have the details down yet.
Okay.
We're waiting.
So we got something big coming.
We do have something.
Is it for another question I had? Can other towns or businesses commission you if they were interested in having something like this in their town?
Yes.
Could they reach out to you through your Facebook page, Kareboo's West Colbert Art Studio?
Yes, I would be happy to.
And lastly, less about the mural, but just more about you. Tell us about your studio here. A lot of people don't know that it's here, what you have to offer, and for what you can provide. Well,
we are in this gorgeous little building that was built in 1906 as Tennessee Valley Bank. And so we still have all of our teller windows and all the marble and everything, and it just makes for a beautiful background for art. We have 18 different artists, 18 different local artists on display here, and it's much more than just paintings or drawings. We have woodwork and metal sculptures, and if it's art and it's not indecent, I invite it in.
Okay.
And we also have paint and sip parties for the adults, and we have art encouragement classes for children. And we have a free monthly art contest for all of Colbert County from 6 years old up to 18 years old.
Oh, wow. But thank you for sitting down with me. I look forward to seeing what our next project is in town, and thank you.
Well, thank you.